turn him down a little bit.
I've noticed myself that, like, I kind of sit real close to the microphone. Obviously, I do it on here, too.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah. So that's probably why I'm so loud. Cause, I mean, Smoothie is pretty close to his microphone, too.
So the mic right here is for you, and you're looking straight, so your vocals are actually going straight into the mic instead of it kind of coming from the side.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, what is that thumbnail? I hate it so much.
Yeah, I do too.
We need, okay, go to live events real quick. Go back to, like, go to the manager or whatever thingy. Go to my channel. Why do you open up a new tab?
Because I wanted that to keep running.
Okay, then go to live streaming. Go to 25 live. Go over 25 live up there. And go to live control room.
I think it would more be under here than here. You can't go here.
Because essentially you can't do it without OBS, which is stupid. You can't change it if you're doing Hangouts.
Yeah, which is really stupid. But whatever.
I just hate the thumbnail so much. It looks so ugly.
Yes, it does. It is terrible.
Oh my god. So sad. Oh my god. So sad. That actually does look really good, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, just like another little lamp right here, and that would look really good.
It's a lot of light, though.
I know, but...
So I would have a little bit more light on my face.
I think it would look really good.
But have you gone to the thrift store yet?
No, not yet.
Ask Mama to stop by the thrift store.
No, she's busy. She's got stuff to do. Maybe we will run down there later.
Are we gonna record special guests upstairs?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay, I'm good. Nope. Okay, I'm good. That's a sneeze. I was waiting for that one for a little while. What's Paul Heyman tweeting about Braun Strowman?
Well, I mean, his client has fought Braun Strowman recently, so that would make sense.
Yeah, but let's see. Oh my god. Wonder how much he got paid for that.
Okay. Did I publish this? Yes.
Yes. Make sure you pop out chat, because you never do that, and I have to tell you every single time.
I do it every time for the Unknown podcast.
Do people actually talk in the chat?
We did on the first episode, but not on the second or third yet, unfortunately.
Why not?
Don't know.
Your pupils look so big.
Yeah.
Why do they look? They look so big. Oh, goodness. My hair's a little bit crazy.
Test, 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 test. It's not recording.
Because you don't, because you have built in. There we go. Now try it. Don't say.
Test, test, test.
Well,
Test, test, test.
well, why wasn't it originally set there?
No.
Get your phone out of here.
All right, ready?
No.
Here we go.
I have no idea what we're gonna say.
What's up segment, and then we'll just kind of talk about Howdy Radio.
Okay.
Ready?
So this will be okay. So this will be going into after all the other ones.
Yeah. So we'll do our intro.
Which is the what's up, right?
No.
I feel
the
like
intro is the stupid shit that we record at the very end. The intro and the outro.
I know.
So there's going to be an intro, there's going to be ukulele, and then there's going to be what's up, welcome to, and then we can play all 24 of them and then lead to 25, and then that's where this is. Okay. But we record just as normal. Okay. Everything else will be put together afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the next generation episode 25. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
And we made it to 25.
After almost a year.
We
made it 25 weeks.
Well, was it March that we started?
I think so. You can check.
Yeah. March 12th was the first episode.
That is really close.
It's almost exactly 11 months since we've started.
So it's a month from tomorrow.
Yeah, very close to 1 year. So it took us, so if you look at it that way, it took us a year, 52 weeks. So that's basically like in every other week.
So like a year, if we keep doing it consistently for the next couple of weeks, we'll be at like 30.
Yeah.
By that time.
Yeah.
Or like 20 or like 29.
Yep. So here we are, 25.
Yeah.
Let's just let's give like a state of Howdy Radio address. We'll call it that, like a State of the Union address. I don't know. Why not? So what do you think? Are you still having fun doing this? Like, is it something that you're like still into, or?
Yeah, it's always been fun.
Yeah.
So like, it's cool that we were able to do it for this long, hearing about how many different shows you have done.
Yeah.
Well, it has stopped in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, even though we haven't kept up with it consistently every single week, but to make it to 25 episodes over a year long, I mean, that has to be one of the longest running Howdy Inc. projects ever, honestly. Even back in the old Howdy Radio days, like we'd do it for a little while, we'd stop. I don't know that we ever made it a whole year. I don't know.
Because you probably started a different one by that time. Because you never could not only have one show.
Yeah, we got 2 shows now, by the way. Yeah. Howdy Inc. has a second show I'll talk about a little bit more later, but we're not here to talk about that.
Not,
the Unknown Podcast. Make sure you check it out. It's our it's our newest show on Howdy Inc., and it's pretty awesome. But we're here to talk about Howdy Radio today. But it is also kind of the Unknown Podcast fault, like why we took the last couple weeks off of Howdy Radio, because I was trying to get that one up and off the ground, but it is now. So here we are back at this. All right, so favorite Howdy Radio episodes, moments?
I have no idea.
Really, nothing at all.
Either Kyle's episode or Smoothie's original episode.
Okay,
one of those two.
All right.
I don't know what we talked about. I know what we talked about in the special guest.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we talked about.
Yeah.
Any other thing?
It's hard to remember like the other parts that we talked about. Here, let's do this. Let's we keep a nice list running of what our topics are going to be for the week. Let me just pull that up real quick, and we can
Why
kind
we
of.
don't already have simple note popped up? But...
Well, because we didn't have notes for this week. We were just going to go with it. I think hands down for me, like without even looking at the list or anything, I think my favorite episode that we did was just a couple episodes ago, which was the 2017 year in review episode.
Yeah, I did like that one a lot.
I feel like that episode, it went really well. Like you and I, we were like on top of our game at that point. I don't know. I feel like we did a really good job at it. I thought the way we did the episode, the way we laid it out, and all the different lists that we gave, and all of our fans, all of our friends and stuff that have listened to it, like they've all said like that was a really good episode. And I like when everybody's just kind of all on the same page and they're like, yeah, that was really good. And then like Scott even said to me last night, he's like, I found a bunch of music off of the list that you guys, gave.
Yeah.
I checked out a bunch of stuff that you guys talked about. So that's cool. I mean, I love that something we said that somebody else went and checked out because we said something about it. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Before we go any further, I wrote this down because I wanted to talk about it because we've been giving everybody updates on this stupid mic cord problem that we've been having since Christmas. Not the mic cord problem, but the mic in itself we've detailed all of the stupid things that have gone on with this mic. It was the cord. The whole time it was the 25-foot, $10 cord that I bought to go along with the microphone.
This cord's like way long.
25 feet.
Yeah.
So the whole time it was the cord. The mic works just fine. Didn't need to buy a preamp. Didn't need to buy extra cables. Only needed to replace the original cord that I bought with it. So there you go.
Great.
That's that. I had a lot of fun with our wrestling shows. I like doing those. We'll have another WrestleMania show to do here soon. But I really enjoyed the first WrestleMania show we did, and then the Royal Rumble show that we did. I like doing wrestling shows
that we haven't talked about.
Did we not talk about the Royal Rumble?
No, it was the 28th, and last episode was 27th.
Okay. The Royal Rumble was good.
Yeah.
I thought the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's Rumble.
That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what they were going for. It was good. I didn't win any money. What else?
All Lane. Why should I say All Lane?
I don't know. We talked a lot about
the Gretchen one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to just kind of scroll through and like think of anything to talk about based upon this. I really liked the special guest that we did with Becca and Nathaniel when we recorded them while we were camping. We were like at our campsite and we used my phone to record it. And I thought that was really cool. That was one of the more fun special guests, I think, just because of how we did it.
Yeah. New Howdy show, Metallica camping.
One thing we don't talk about enough on Howdy Radio is Fire Pro Wrestling. So sit back and let's talk about that for the next 20 minutes.
Thank you.
There ain't a whole lot to talk about Fire Pro right now. Let's talk about, let's throw this in there real quick. Did you see the trailer for Injustice 2 with the Ninja Turtles?
I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
You got to watch the trailer for it.
Is it really
They just released like a 2-minute trailer. NetherRealm did.
On, like...
I saw it on Twitter.
On just gameplay?
Yeah, it is actually.
Is it really good?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Do you think that you're gonna?
Yeah, I will for sure be buying that without question. I will be buying that for sure. The only thing that kind of sucks is, and it kind of doesn't suck because it's one DLC and you get all 4 turtles, and like you don't have to pay for like each individual turtle individually. But like once I saw the gameplay of it, I thought like I really wish like they really went kind of above and beyond. I wish it was like a whole DLC pack that was Ninja Turtles based.
Yeah.
Because like I want to fight like Shredder and like Bebop and Rocksteady and them, but like they're not a part of the game. So
I would not be shocked if they brought Shredder. That would...
But this is apparently the last DLC for Injustice 2. This is the last pack that they're releasing. So I don't think that there'll be anything after this. But I feel like if they could do like a $20 or $25 DLC, what are you laughing about?
Jeremiah in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat? Oh, yeah. Hey. Right on. Yeah, I wish there was even more. I want even more than just the 4 turtles. Like I want to fight people from the turtle world, not
from the turtle
world. Not I don't want to like it's not as I don't think it's as fun doing like Leonardo versus Batman. Like I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
I know, but I want to fight
awesome.
We need a proper Ninja Turtle fighting game, and NetherRealm would be the perfect ones to make it, and it should just be DLC for this game.
I like that I'm just looking at this, and it says actually learning.
Learning.
What does that mean? Like why?
I don't know. Our notes never make sense when you look back at them. I don't know. We talked a lot about concerts. We talked about concerts and video games and music. I mean, that's kind of
Metroid Gran Turismo. Oh, that was for
looks like E3. Yeah, our E3 episode was
just shook everything.
Our E3 episode was really cool.
Yeah,
that was probably our best video game related episode.
Yeah.
See, I like those kind of special episodes. Like I'm liking that.
Look at that cheesiness. All that and much more in episode 10.
Yeah.
Look at that cheesiness.
The notes got a lot shorter as we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell.
But I like the episodes that we do where it's kind of like a theme of sorts, like the E3 episode or the WrestleMania episode or the year-end episode. And I'm looking forward to like our second year of doing all of those things again. That's Taggart has already been on it. I know Taggart's been on it. Taggart's been on the show a couple times.
You said he's only been on it once, and you said he was only on it once.
I don't think that's the case.
And we tried, and we wanted to get him on a second time, and then we never did. But you said he was only on once, and that shows that was like so that was like July.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've had him on twice.
Okay.
Okay. So who has been, not to hurt anybody's feelings or anything, but who has been your favorite special guest?
Can I have 2 people?
Yeah, I mean you can have
So
20 people. I don't care.
Kyle and Smoothie the first time.
Why those two specifically are your
Because we
favorites?
have lots in common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both really good at doing podcast as well.
Yeah.
What did we talk to
Kyle
Kyle?
will still always have a better setup than us.
Kyle has the coolest podcast setup in the world. Yes. What did we talk to Kyle about? I don't even remember what we talked to Kyle about.
His podcast and stuff.
Okay.
Wait, I think that was it. I think we just talked about his podcast and what he's done with Howdy Radio.
Yeah.
And then Tyler was on that episode too, right?
Who? What?
Tyler.
Tyler was on the same episode as Kyle?
I think we were in the same call. I think Tyler was behind us and talking to him.
Okay. I don't remember that. I don't know. And Smoothie, what was the first time he was on?
We talked about YouTube.
Talked about YouTube. And then he was back on the second time not that long ago.
Talking about how
YouTube
has
again.
Been I can't talk.
YouTube is dead.
YouTube is dead.
Yes.
As we're on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi YouTube.
I really enjoyed the Becca and Nathaniel one because of it being outside. I think that was really cool.
Recorded 5-part Disney episode. That was sad.
Yeah, so
why did we do that?
Yeah.
That was actually sad.
There's nothing sad about it. I'm really glad that we did what we did. Like, I'm sad that it didn't end up good enough quality to release.
I'm sad that we did it for so long.
But
it did not have to be so long. We did it for like 5 hours. Each one was like an hour long, about each day.
It was really long. So when we went to Disney World earlier this year, like the next day,
last year, 2018.
Sorry. Yep, last year, we did a super special episode of Howdy Radio with me, Lane, and Liz and Tyler, which also today, that is going to be our special guest, is going to be the 4 of us. Since it's Howdy Radio 25, we're bringing all 4 of us back together for the special guest today. But we sat down, I mean, we've told this before previously, we recorded literally about a 5-part, 1 hour each part episode, reviewing like kind of each of our day at Disney World. But the way that my mic was set up or whatever, like you could only hear like 2 of the 4 people. 2 of the people were kind of distanced off in the background, and I didn't like the way that it sounded, so it never got released. And I didn't really know that people would want to listen to 5 hours of us talking about what we did at Disney.
Yeah.
So, yes, it went on for too long, I think, to be what I wanted it to be as a special Disney review episode. But at the same time, like, I'm really glad that we have an audio file of the 4 of us talking about what we did at Disney. Like, it might not be a podcast, but I have those files that I think 20 years from now would be super fun to sit down
if we had this mic,
and listen to.
We had this mic. What we could have done, plugged it into the computer.
Yeah.
We could have had this one, the old one. So I had one, Tyler had one.
Yeah.
And then you and Mama share one.
Yeah. Things have changed since we've recorded.
Just talking.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. I have a great idea. Okay.
I
have a great idea for a special guest.
We might be able to do that.
Once we're done with this, I'm gonna talk to you for a minute.
All right. So that's kind of it. That's kind of our favorite parts. We're super happy that we've almost made it a year, but 25 episodes is a really cool milestone. So good for us. Yay,
yes,
us.
It is.
Go us. Woohoo. What do you want to, is there anything you want to, something new you want to do with Howdy Radio, like in the next 25 episodes or?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it on here.
Okay. We need to get more special guests. We need to.
We don't have any more friends.
Yeah.
We ran out of friends.
Yeah.
But we do have Jeremiah here, I'm pretty sure, right now.
Yeah.
So we could legit we could hop into a call with him right now.
Yeah, but
he's on his phone 24/7.
Yeah. So we'll think about that in the future though. Like even if it's not somebody new, like there's no reason why like Kyle can't do it again or Smoothie can't. Yeah, you're friends. We need to. So that's something we definitely need to step up our.
We need to get Waylon on.
Yeah,
he's never been on.
Yeah, we need to step up our special guest game. So that's one thing we need to work on in the next 25 episodes. Yeah. So we don't have a whole lot really to talk about today until we get to our special guest, but we would we do want to talk about the rocket launch from SpaceX that happened earlier this week. So let's talk about that.
Okay. Do you remember that remember Space Team?
The game?
Yeah. For a special guest, we should play that. We should play that because you don't really need to see anything, and it's all communication based. So, and we have to say everything. So, I think that would be a great thing to do all together for the special guest. And it's like it's something different because it's like a game that we're playing. I think that would be really fun. Okay.
I don't
That's a good idea.
I don't think as a listener that you'd just be sitting there the whole time like, what?
Okay, we can find a different game. But I want to like do a game kind of thing that we can all play together that does not require a viewer to be watching. But they can just listen.
Right, which is why I think Space Team would be kind of weird. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's a really good one, though.
Maybe.
I can use the iPad. Okay, we'll think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Could you go on to Google real quick?
For what?
Go on to, like, look up games that, like, you only need...
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
Something like that. I don't even know.
All right, ready? You want to bring this one in?
What are we doing here?
SpaceX.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Wait, what day was it? The Wednesday? No.
Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's Thursday.
It was Tuesday or Wednesday because I didn't work that night.
Sure.
It was Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm positive of that. 2/6.
That's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yep. Okay. So on Tuesday the 6th, SpaceX, who is a big rocket launcher company, got, what was it called?
What, the name of the rocket?
Yeah, the name of the rocket.
Falcon Heavy.
Falcon Heavy. So they've had like other tests of Falcon before. But Falcon Heavy is like 3 times the size of those other ones.
Yeah.
And also there was a Tesla car in it because whatever his name is. What's his name?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk was very confident that it was going to work. So now there was a Tesla in space playing David Bowie in a car.
With a little dummy driving.
Yeah, going straight to Mars. So it's great.
Well,
it's going to the orbit of Mars, and then it's going to land on Mars.
That is not the case. No,
said that.
Yes, so that's not the case. So let's get to the car in a minute. Let's rewind and start at the beginning. So the main rocket that SpaceX uses is called a Falcon 9, and they've shot a bunch of those up into space and landed them is kind of their specialty of what they're doing here. Excuse me. So they've launched those and landed those successfully quite a few times at this point. So this one, the Falcon Heavy, has 3 of those on there, or maybe 2 of those, and then one bigger one, I think is what it was. So the plan for this was it was the biggest, most powerful rocket that they've shot up into space yet because of it having that many rockets on it. And then the point was to land all 3 of those rockets, but then also send some cargo into space, in which the cargo was Elon Musk's personal Tesla Roadster that is now in space. And they wanted the plan was to shoot that into space and make it orbit the sun. But we'll get to that in a minute. So the rocket launch itself, it happened at like 4 o'clock or so, which was good. They
just got it home.
Yeah, the timing was perfect. I think they pushed it back a little bit, and because of that, me and Lane and Tyler were all able to watch it live. So that was super cool. The rocket launch itself, what do you think? I mean, it was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they outdo themselves with the landings now. Like it's cool to see the launch, but now it's even cooler to see the landings because we've seen rocket launches a bunch of times, but it's
since the 60s.
But we're still kind of blown away by the fact that they can land these things and then reuse them. That's the big thing with SpaceX, is that they want to land these things and then they can be reused, as opposed to just being a one-use kind of thing, the way that NASA had always treated it. So,
do they still do that?
Well, NASA ain't done crap in a while. It's all SpaceX at this point.
Well, so. To be honest, they still have a rover on Mars doing
Yes,
stuff.
They sure do. God, I saw some video from that just a few days ago that was just freaking awesome. It was so cool.
Yeah. So they are doing stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Just they haven't done anything
space
so big that we need to know.
SpaceX is kind of killing it right now when it comes to intergalactic space travel, I guess. So they shot this thing up in the air, and they were worried that because of how many rockets that it had, that like there was a good chance that it could have blown up when they were shooting it up in the air. Elon, and that kind of could just be for show, but Elon Musk like really made it seem like, it might work, it might not, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the showmanship in him. I'm sure they were probably a little bit more confident than a 50-50 chance of it blowing up. But they sent it up into space, and it was super awesome to watch. And then
it went like 2,000 kilometers per hour or something crazy like that.
Crazy fast. And then the rockets detach, and then they fall back down.
They landed like
to
at
Earth.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. So the way NASA had always done it, their rockets, once they broke off, they purposely fall into the ocean. That's how they had always done it before, because you don't want it falling into the ground on Earth or whatever. That could kill somebody. So we'll just kill a bunch of fish, I guess, and drop these things into the ocean. By dropping them into the ocean, it makes it to where you can't reuse the rocket. So SpaceX has come along, and they're like, we're going to land this stuff so that we can reuse this stuff and save probably hundreds of millions of dollars by doing it that way, which is super cool.
And also saving whatever it's called. Okay, keep talking.
Okay, so the rockets on this one.
Like global warming. Like that will help with global warming too, because don't they need stuff that causes global warming? And
I don't know.
Also, what the heck is this?
It's a knob to my Fender Telecaster.
Why is it on?
All right, so
why is it?
So the rockets come down. There's the two Falcon 9 rockets, and like Lane said, if you haven't seen the video of it, you have to go on YouTube right now. And so just search.
Well, actually, keep listening.
Yeah, keep listening, but go on YouTube.
Hopefully,
you're using YouTube Red so that you can do it in the background. No, I don't know. That was I was promoting YouTube Red, but I hate YouTube Red pop-ups.
That's not how
I understand. So go on there and search Falcon Heavy landing. You at least have to see the landing, because the two of them landing almost simultaneously stole the show for sure. It was so cool looking.
Yeah,
it was awesome. So awesome. So then there was the third rocket that was supposed to land on this little, I forget what they call it, a drone pad or something, I think is actually what they call it. So it's kind of it's in the ocean, but it's just kind of a little pad that they've made. It's not little, but for this rocket to land on it. So the other rocket did not successfully land the way it was supposed to. Not all of the engines fired up for it to land so that it would slow it down and cause it to land properly. So it fell to Earth faster than it was supposed to, and it crashed into the ocean, and it is not reusable. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. And
so then there's also the Tesla Roadster. So this whole thing was really just a test to see whether or not the Falcon Heavy worked. It didn't really have a purpose of what it was going up into space for. It was more so just a test that it could go up into space without blowing up.
Yeah.
So they ended up attaching Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster to the thing, and they shot it out into space while it was up there. And the point was that they were going to have it. They wanted it to go into the sun's orbit, and it would be up there floating around with this funny looking mannequin driving the car, wearing a spaceman. Yeah. and it was playing Space Oddity by David Bowie through the speakers, but you can't hear that in space. But still cool that it's playing Bowie in space.
Yeah.
But that failed as well. So that they overshot the car. It was supposed to go to the sun's orbit, but it went too far, and then they announced that it was essentially heading straight towards the asteroid belt that comes after Mars. So at this point, yeah, it went really far. Elon Musk said at this point with the Falcon Heavy that they believe that they could send stuff to Pluto, which is insane.
Crazy.
So at this point, I would assume that Elon Musk's Tesla is probably smashed to smithereens if it was heading
that would be awesome
towards
to see,
an asteroid belt. It would.
Like if there was a camera on it, that would be awesome.
There was a camera on it. I feel like I'm repeating myself because we did talk about this on the Unknown podcast, but I wanted us to talk about it as well. There is it's like a 6-hour long video from the camera that they put on the Tesla as it was floating around in space. Eventually it ended up going too far and it lost connection. So at this point, who knows what has happened to it? I'm sure it's probably smashed to smithereens.
Did we get to see it smash?
No.
What did we get to see?
We got to see a car with a spaceman floating around in outer space with Earth as the backdrop for about 6 hours. And it was one of the coolest shots in existence. It's so awesome looking. And it's now there's a ton of memes about it at this point. I mean,
you can make a meme out of it.
Well, of course, but there's some good ones of this one. So essentially we sent space trash up.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. I mean, we don't need to be polluting the universe. Yeah, but it's still just scrap metal.
Think that will hurt the universe?
No, but I mean, we don't need to be littering the universe.
Electric cars?
It doesn't matter. It's still all kinds of metal and plastic and all of that stuff that breaks when it's smashed.
And
so at this point, there's like a steering wheel floating around in space. Because
is that awesome?
I mean, it is cool, yes, but it is also
I'm guessing that's
space garbage.
I'm guessing that is not actually still there. I don't think there's actually a steering wheel
but there
has
could be.
Definitely been smashed.
Yeah, but it could still be in one piece.
Or it went into a black hole that we don't know about yet.
That could be cool. That would be cool. But so we sent space garbage up, but. Yeah. I guess Elon got a new car, I'm assuming. I doubt he has not got a new car by now. But how cool, man. The whole thing was super cool. I love this SpaceX stuff. I've always liked the rocket launch, NASA stuff, space. I've always liked that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And SpaceX is doing some super cool stuff now.
Yep.
Yeah. And so now they said 3 to 6 months, and then they're going to try another Falcon Heavy launch.
A test or just a launch?
Another test, yeah. They got to make sure that one time isn't enough to really be able to really move forward. You got to do that test a couple of times. So, you got to successfully land everything before you can really go any further, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know what their end game is with this. So, I mean, eventually it's go to Mars. But
exactly. That's everybody's end game right now.
Yeah. And SpaceX is definitely closer than anybody else is. That's for sure. So pretty cool. So yeah, if you haven't seen the video of the 2 rockets landing, make sure you check that out. Falcon Heavy landing on YouTube. It'll be on there. It'll be the first thing that comes up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So check that out. So I think that's a pretty monumental thing to talk about on the 25th episode of Howdy Radio.
Yeah.
That was super cool. All right, let's do up some special guests. We got Liz and Tyler for this one. Let's do it.
Okay. Now go on to the thing. Now you gotta go on to Google, boy. I really like this idea. I really want to do this. Because I really do not just want to talk about the history of Howdy Radio again and again and again. It gets kind of boring after a while. Is that just me?
No, I mean, that's not what I wanted to talk about either.
Yeah. What were you thinking about talking about?
I don't know. I didn't want to talk about that.
So, look up games that only need audio.
That's not going to give you anything that you want.
You sure?
Yes, 100%.
Audio games. Boom.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Those are games that you play that computer games that you play that are sound based instead of graphic based.
Oh.
Yeah, none of this is going to give you anything that you want.
So, I think Space Team would be the best one.
Okay.
You not agree with me?
No, I don't. I feel like if somebody is sitting there listening to the podcast, listening to four people say the random things that game makes you say.
It's funny, though.
But it's funny for the person playing it, or maybe even somebody in the same room as somebody playing it. But just listening to somebody play it, I don't think will translate whatsoever.
We could do like you three do something, and I like you three play something, and I use this microphone and I commentate the one day.
You can't run this microphone and that microphone.
No, just
you have to pick either Blue Snowball or you have to pick audio line in. You can't pick both. So I can't plug both of those into the computer and record at the same time.
We could use the webcam and spin it around, like have that on the laptop and have it recording towards you guys, and then plug this into the computer.
think the only thing that would be able to translate a game that would be able to translate with just audio would be like a trivia game.
Yeah, and then I'd commentate it.
So you could
Great
be
idea.
like the host of the show
Yes.
and asking questions and then keeping score.
Yes.
So, but then you have to figure out the trivia questions.
Okay. Like there's a website that can give me a bunch of trivia questions.
Yes.
Boom. Wait, I said like there isn't, and you said yes. I mean, so, yeah, okay.
Well, I think trivia would be about the only thing that you could let off with. List of trivia questions is already populated.
It's a lot of trivia. Why? Why is it the same exact website like 4 times? Oh. Let's see. And what kind of trivia do we want?
I don't know.
Who was the oldest number?
I don't know.
I think that's
That's what I was going to say, but I didn't say it.
Oh my god.
I wasn't sure at all, so it's just a guess.
We could do movie trivia and like computer trivia. No, like movie trivia and like music trivia. Those are like some of the 2 things we most of the time talk about.
Yeah.
So like difficult rating, what does that mean?
That's you voting how difficult that question is.
Oh. Let me find a different website. I don't like this website. I don't like that website.
All right, let's do this.
Are we gonna put them on Super Note? But when we have to put it on the laptop, because we're gonna be using the laptop.
So, I like that first site you were on.
Oh wait, yeah, I can like ask people the questions. That's what I'll do.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll just like put it out like this. So then, yeah. So, like I'll ask you. Yeah.
Right, but if I look at these answers now, I'm going to know the answers though.
No, but just like find a good question. Just don't. No. Next question. Yeah. So like, you do that, and then okay, we got to do this upstairs then.
No, here's what I'm thinking of doing. We can do this. Let's say we're going to do 10 questions.
Yeah.
So we can do this and then we can print this out. And then you can have that, or you can use it on the iPad.
And then I can like write it down what the answer is. So then you don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay. Let's get this set up.
Well, I mean, we need to find the 10 questions first.
Oh, yeah.
So here's what I'll do. I'm going to leave all these tabs open, all right?
Sure.
So that's the first one. So now we'll find one.
Do music.
Under music.
I'm very confused about what that even is. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. So here's what you need, and Mom will know the answer of that one as well. Obviously, Tyler will know that one, but I don't want to know any more of these.
Okay.
So here's what you need to do. This is your job now.
So I'm going to choose.
Yes. So the first two are already done, okay?
Okay.
Do you know how to click this and open it in a new tab?
You just
click in the mouse wheel.
What?
If you click in the mouse wheel, it opens in a new one. So let's now say, let's pretend like this was going to be our next question, okay? So you need to copy that. You need to come over here and you need to paste that. And then what you need to do is you need to click on show answer on each one of these as well. And then you need to put the answer on this paper as well.
Okay.
You could like maybe put it in parentheses or something, or however, then you just skip a couple lines.
Okay.
So that first tab is open there, that second tab is open there, so you can click on those and get the answers.
Yeah.
So then each time when you go to open up a new one, just click on the top here and click on the mouse wheel, and then you can just kind of come down here and you can go through each of these different ones.
I'm gonna do it in a like they're gonna be set up in that, but I'm gonna like pick just randomly, so then you don't know like, oh, I know what the first question is.
I mean, I'm almost not opposed to you just starting over and not using either of these either, because I don't want to know the questions before we get to the show. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these.
Okay.
So now you start, make sure you copy and paste the whole question, and then make sure you copy and paste the answer as well.
Okay.
Are we done with the live stream at this point?
Yeah. Bye, people.
Thanks for watching.